Well, welcome to build day 4. Just getting out in the shop to get it powered up and what have you. My first order of business today on the haunt build is going to be the shop. I've got to get it cleaned up a little bit. I made a disaster out of it yesterday and I was too damn tired to clean it up tonight. I also have to go through my paint rack in here and get the paint pulled for that we used on the photo haul. Swan's going to get out here and get her painting done. I have no room on the tables to put the paint supplies, brushes, paint, what have you. So another reason for cleaning the shop. Right now, and Katie's going to give me a hand with the cleaning. But for right now, I got to go out, get the Dragon plugged in, which is my first step. I was just getting the shop unlocked. But we made some great progress yesterday. That's as far as I got that partition wall. We've got to finish going around the bush, down the front of the bush, and over to here with partition walls. That's going to be our first project out here after I get the shop cleaned. But we got up from here over to there done last night when I called it quits. But the major thing was this here, the clown hallway. So I can actually technically now bring the clown out if I wanted to. And I might do that just to clean up the patio, get the hammering clown sitting out here. I don't know. Haven't decided yet. Got lots of little things I want to do. Our main goal though today is to finish this partition wall out, come through, get it all skinned, finish the mausoleum, get it skinned and the pillars out here, get that done and out of the way. And once all that's done, we are going to hop over to this tent and finish laying out the spider hallway and getting all the walls and hopefully the skin's done. One nice thing is once the spider hallway's framed in, the witch, except for maybe four partition panels, will be done as well, and it can be skinned. And that will also include getting this tent into its final position. So I'm going to go ahead, get out in the shop, get my cleaning done, and I have a Kaylee sitting here waiting for me. She has been going nuts. She likes to be outside with Daddy when Daddy's outside working, and she can't understand why she can't go out front. She'll be going out front with me though a little bit later in the build once I get the driveway done. Anyway, I'm off to work. It's 8 a.m. Do you know where your ghouls are? Okay, almost got myself into trouble with you guys. I almost forgot breakfast of the day. And we're going to stick with the General Mills theme on breakfast. Yesterday it was Cocoa Puffs. Today it's Captain Crunch, and I'm hungry for peanut butter Captain Crunch. Milk, orange juice, and we'll add some toast to it today. A little bit of toast slathered with some thick layer of Smucker's jam. Anyway, I'm just getting out here. I got the shop cleaned up. Got Sue's painting supplies out, and I just put a stake in here to hold this panel tight. This is going to be one side of the hidden panel. The other ones are going to go here. Another stake there to continue on the wall. Did want to show you over here. We had something else that is taking place as we speak. The set dresser dressing her set. Sue Ann came out and started getting the painting. So we've got that going on in progress. So we've got 2 projects going at once. Sue Ann's painting and I'm working on partition walls. Okay, I wasn't going to vlog this. I wasn't going to own up to my screw up. We've went and got the walls all the way around. And I got my door in. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 2 screws in up here. One on the door, one on the wall, and just run a zip tie there so it holds the door shut. No one will ever be able to really tell that's there. I mean, the walls wiggle a little bit when you hit them anyway. But anyway, I got that done. I figured, okay, time to get the graveyard skinned, which means I needed to put the light box into its hole before I could put the skin on. Brought the light box out. It wasn't fitting. In fact, this is the panel here. I wasn't paying attention to my markings. It says B2. Back, or back 2. This is supposed to have a solid sheet on it. It was not, though I did design it for a light box, I wasn't paying attention when I assembled it, and the hole is actually kittywampus. So a light box won't even fit in there. So I designed it to have a solid sheet on there, not a light box. I had that panel in that hole. So I went to put the light box in. The light box, naturally, wouldn't go in. So Swan just helped me play musical chairs. I took that panel out, which was part of the clown hallway. We put it over there. I've got to put this panel back in here and reattach 4 skins back to it. About 45 minutes to an hour's worth of screw-up fixing. But yeah, like I said, I wasn't even going to say anything. I was just going to do it and just kind of keep moving on. I mentioned that to Sue Ann. She goes, no, you should vlog it. So I'm listening to the set addresser and vlogging it. So there you go. Utter fail by Ram again. Okay, it's going on 150. Graveyard is done. We got all the panels up. And I got my hidden door done. I went and put 2 screws in with a zip tie. Simply pop the zip tie, and I have access in the back. And when it's shut and the zip tie's on, I'm trying to do this one-handed. There we go. It looks like a regular wall. It does bounce a little bit, someone bumps it. But it looks like part of the wall. We've been having trouble with the mausoleum. I told you about the light box earlier. We got that. It took me about an hour or so to get that fixed. Then we brought out, after we got everything skinned, I brought out the entrance arch and the exit arch. The entrance arch fits the opening fine. The problem we had is I was supposed to have a 1-foot panel here, and that's 17 inches long, so it was sticking clear out into the aisleway. So I put up my custom panel and put a couple of 1-foot skins and did some trimming. We got a little smaller opening than what I had planned, but it still works good. We have a 3-foot aisleway on the other side, so should be fine. Then they come in here, and the exit arch was the major problem. The exit arch was not designed for this configuration. And as you can see, the box is sticking out in the doorway. I'm hoping that's not going to cause too much of a problem. But when I tried to set it up over here, the pillar was falling kind of in front of the light box. And we didn't want the light box. So I figured we're going to set it up over here. We're going to hang something in here so when the air cannons here go off, you know, make that flutter. It should hit the wall, hit this, and blow out at people. It was doing that when we had stuff in the backyard. It was hitting the ground, bouncing and going out. So we should do that. And I had 6 tubes up there for the air cannon. I cut 4 of them off, so there's only 2 tubes. That should help with the air compressor a little bit. But we are also going to have to redesign the fencing for here. There's going to be a panel attached to this wall that comes out and goes into here, so I'll funnel them in. And then Sue was talking about bringing them out here into the garden, 3-foot walkway and over. I was going to do a zigzag type thing. You know, that way they get the effect of the exit arch, which means we'll have a bigger hole here. I might put my monster in a crypt in there right below the light box so it's banging and stuff. I don't know. We'll get to that point when we go to put the props out. But all effectiveness for what we needed to get done, which was just the basics. And this is the basics. It's done. So now switching back over to partitions. those there. These here, I need to do that there. We're going to start framing in the spider display and getting the spider displays, all their partition walls up. And I think I'm going to say the hell with it, and I'm going to get the partition walls up for the witch. That way all I got to do is skin the spider and skin the witch. And then maybe tomorrow we can go get corn. Maybe. Kinda. Sorta. I don't know. Hey people, I forgot to do the before dinner update so you can see what we've gotten done up until dinner. As it is, we got quite a bit done. Showed you the graveyard earlier. Since then, we've gotten this part done when we did the graveyard, but we've added on to it here, and I've started skinning the spider room as well. We got our exit hall started, and it's going to go out and then wind its way out toward the street, but kind of hard to get around in here, but everything's married up so far. I got a couple panels there to put in, and then I got this section here to do. After dinner, Morgan, who's just bringing out the last two items, just go ahead and set them there, sweetheart. I'll put them up. Hold on 1 second. Okay, oh, hold it. She wants something. What?
I say hi to the people who are watching us.
No, say it louder.
Hello, everyone.
There we go. She wanted to say hello to the people that were watching us. Yeah, just go and let go of them, Morgan. If they fall over, they fall over. In fact, see, here, they fell over.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. A lot of that's just dirt and spider guck. So that's fine. You're done. Go on in the house, little lady.
Thank you, Dad.
Kaylee's waiting to love you up. But anyway, sorry, little byplay there. I might leave it in, I don't know. But anyway, after dinner, Morgan and Sue came out. We got all the witch panels out here. And for the small area I've got, I'm not going to need them all. But I wanted them out here. People are going to be going into the witch display there. I've got a wall that comes out and actually goes up over here into the courtyard. And the hallway gets the witch's panels too. I have no idea how many I'm going to need, so I just said bring them all out. And then this is the last of my skin panels here. I've got Gypsy, I've got Pirate, and I've got the graveyard skins out here. So that's all the panels for the driveway. Anyway, I'm going to get my light plugged in. It is beautiful here today. Hit 82, hardly no clouds at all. Lots of sunshine, just beautiful. So I think it was what, 84 degrees I think is what it got up to today. God, that felt nice. But anyway, I'm going to get my light plugged in, grab my equipment, and we're going to get over and at least get that spider room done tonight. I might get started on the witches display too. I don't know. Hey, end of the day wrap up. Kind of a recap of the day. Oh, and by the way, I'm sitting a little bit differently. I'm on the front steps, but those are in my way, so I can't sit there. That's where I normally sit, right next to that planter. I'm down the way a little bit, so there's room. Recap on the day. Extremely busy. We got a crap ton done. Had several fires we had to put out. We got the graveyard skinned. Got the mausoleum skinned. In fact, that was our first fire. It took me almost an hour to fix. And it was a goof up. Again, the same wall panel that screwed me up when we did the reveal video of it, screwed me again. I was not paying attention when I put that panel into place, and I put it in the wrong spot, and it affected the light box. So I ended up having to take that panel down, take another panel down, and swap them. So, took a while, but we got that done. Then we had problems with the exit arch, and I knew it was going to be a problem to begin with. The exit arch, when we built that, was designed to go on the end of the mausoleum, not on the side of the mausoleum like we have it set up this year. So it really didn't fit, and it was kind of sitting in front of the light box, the dragon light box I just put in, and I want that dragon light box to be shown. So we positioned it differently. We put it up against a wall, and I think we're just going to hang something in there. One thing we're finding, when that air cannon in that thing goes off, even if there's nobody underneath of it, the force of the air comes down, hits the ground, and literally bounces, you know, so it'll travel out. So I figure if we put anything in there, when that cannon fires off, it's going to swing like crazy, and the air is going to bounce. And the racket, you know, it should still work okay. It's going to catch people off guard. They're not going to be expecting it. But that was the first fire. We went from there. I went from there over to doing the partition walls. And we got the ones in the spider done. Went to do the witch. And like I thought, I made the comment in one of the earlier setup vlogs. Oh, I think it was day one when we put the tent up, that witch's tent was, or the tent that goes over the witch's display was not in its final position. That we were going to need to move it around or do something. And me and Sue Ann were out here again for about a half hour, almost an hour, moving the tent here and there and talking and debating. Finally got it moved into place. It's sitting out further on the driveway than we had intended, which means part of the witch's display is going to be uncovered, and we need it covered. And I was able to get a workaround. I'll worry about that later. I'm not worrying about it now. I'll probably deal with it once I get that area skinned. I then switched over, started working on skinning the spider, and that was right before dinner. Got about halfway done. And due to the field trip that we will be taking tomorrow, and I'll explain that one here in a bit, Sue Ann and I got to talking. We needed to get all the rest of the skins out, which means the backyard's a hell of a lot cleaner. I also moved my pillars, and let's see, are you seeing them? Yeah, right there. Yeah, all 4 pillars are out here. But we got those out here. Sue Ann, for Sue Ann and Morgan's part, Sue Ann started out the day here. She did the touch-up painting on the, excuse me, on the photo hall. Orange and brown and a little bit of yellow. And the brown that I had was not the original brown, so it's a little darker. The orange, I still had some of the original orange left. It was like 5-6 years old, a little thick, so we had to water it down. But, you know, so that'll dry okay. The brown that she used, instead of just dabbing it onto the spots, having little dabs, she kind of brushed it out, you know, so it makes it look like dirt streaks on the thing, and it's covering up the spots that needs to be covered up. So she did that. With the way people are going to be walking, and they're cutting through the gardens, we had some potholes and stuff, which were tripping hazards. She hauled some dirt out, took care of that. She helped with all the skins, you know, later, you know, so she was out here off and on quite a bit today, and was a hell of a big help. I wouldn't have gotten as far as I had if it wasn't for her, thank God. Her and Morgan both. So we're doing pretty good. As to the spider display, I've got about 6 panels left to put up, 6 or 7 roughly to put up. We'll get those done tomorrow. I am starting to have trouble focusing. You know, it's really bad when you go to put your drill bit on a screw to screw the screw in, and it takes 4 times to hit the screw. You know, so I figured, okay, it's time to quit. But we'll get the spider done tomorrow. We'll also get what we can of the witch's display. There's a portion here underneath the tent leg that is a hallway, which gets witches panels, and those won't go up tomorrow because the hallway ain't done. It will be by the end of the weekend. But anyway, we'll get the main witches display skinned tomorrow too, and hopefully that should be a quickie one to do. Now I mentioned field trip. With the way the haunt's laid out this year, and the fact that we, for the very first time, we moved the corn out onto the driveway, the corn hallway. You know, usually the corn is always on the grass, and I normally, do it, and then we move on to doing the driveway. This year, the corn hallway is sitting right where my truck is. With where my truck's sitting, and the black trailer, which is behind it, in order to do the corn hallway, I have to get the truck out of the driveway, and the trailer stays put, and I have to build the front of the haunt first and work my way back to the corn. If I do that, I don't have access to my black trailer, and we need the black trailer to haul the corn. We figure it's going to take 2 1/2 trips to get enough corn this year. Not only did we move the corn hallway, it's bigger than we've ever had it. Oh, here's a good question for you. How long is too long for a corn maze? Especially for a home haunt. I think ours is around 40 feet. 30 feet, 40 feet. 15. Yeah, it was about 40 feet last year. And it's going to be bigger than that this year. But anyway, in order to get the corn, I need my trailer, which means before I can do anything on the driveway, we've got to go get corn, offload it, and pile it somewhere. That way I can put the trailer into its final position and have the driveway clear so we can do the driveway. So tomorrow, corn run. We're going to go do corn. Need 2 trips tomorrow. I don't know how much energy I'm going to have after we've done 2 trips. I don't know how much energy Morgan and Sue are going to have after doing 2 trips. We're probably going to be thoroughly exhausted. I've also got to mow the backyard. I got to get that done tomorrow too. I've got the spider to finish, and I've got the witch to finish. So, that's how our day's going to roll. We got corn, witch, spider, mow the backyard. Anyway, going to be a fun day. Let's see. Stay spooky. Stay toxic.